Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It? I post this series every single Wednesday chatting over new makeup releases and my thoughts on them, what I'm planning to pick up or pass over. I'll also have my playlist linked down below and the community playlist which I started, so any creator who makes this style of new releases video can add theirs to the playlist. But we do have a lot to chat about this week, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and scoot over a little bit here so I can add in some photos. How are we doing? I always say that I film these videos on Monday, so I feel this is like the start of my week that I'm like, hey, what's up, what's going on, even though this video goes up on Wednesday, but it is Monday for me. I actually did finish I just finished a live this morning. I was doing a live get ready with me on my channel, so if you want to check out how I did this makeup look and for a little bit of chat, I will go ahead and link that video. I was doing the get ready with me because my husband and I were updating our driver's licenses this morning since we moved, so we had to update our address and we got like the gold stars on them for like flying regulations or something like that. And I mean, I got a lot of good vibes from that video about, like, you know, we were all crossing our fingers because you know how hard it is to get a good driver's license photo. Well, I appreciate the good vibes, but it didn't quite work out. I look terrified. I look like someone was like, Samantha, there's a ghost in the room. And I'm like, what? Like, that's like my face. So yeah, there's that. I don't even know if my makeup looks good or not, because I don't know if this is the same in your guys' like states when you get a new license, but first you get a paper license. Like right there, they just print you out. It's literally just like on a piece of paper. And then in like 30 days, you get the actual license mailed to you, and it's all like the paper ID is in black and white. So I have no idea about my makeup. I can really just see my terrified facial expression like that. So good, 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 good. On par with what I expected for my driver's license. Okay, jumping into the new releases. So I said last week I was very concerned about Colourpop and that I didn't have a new release from them to talk about, and I just knew something was brewing. I don't think it was that day that they posted about the peach collection. I think it was actually like the day the video went live. I think it was actually the following day that it went up. So, or something like that. But yes, Colourpop has obviously released a new collection. It was very odd not to have a new release from them last week, but they did come out with the peach collection. So inside we have the Baby Got Peach palette for $12, which is the 9-pan palette. There's a mascara duo in there for $15. There's pressed powder blushes, which are $8 each. There is a Super Shock Shadow Trio for $15. There is, let me see, there's a lip bundle in there for $12. There's a Just a Tint duo, which is lipsticks, for $12, and this is all going to be available now. So I've been getting asked so many questions if I'm going to pick up this palette. I have not yet, and it's been for sale for, you know, quite a few days now. I haven't picked it up yet. I did just do some shopping at Sephora because they had a sale. Like, I shopped before the sale, that video is already up, and then I actually shopped in store and online for the sale. And I'm actually, as I'm sitting down, I'm watching out the window waiting for that box to arrive so I can film a haul, which hopefully will go up on Thursday. Let's cross our fingers, as long as this package comes soon. So I just kind of feel like I just bought some new makeup, like I'm excited about it and all of that. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up anything from this collection. Since I still haven't, it makes me think that I might not. The peach palette does look really pretty, but I know, like, I'm with a lot of you guys of saying that, like, it is starting to look similar to the other 9-pan palettes. Like, I think of the Sweet Talk, especially when I look at this one, and I love the Sweet Talk palette, and it looks like this one has the pressed glitter in there, like on the top middle shade. I think that one's a pressed glitter, and I like that the Sweet Talk palette has the Super Shock shadows in there instead, and I go for the Super Shock in my Sweet Talk quite a bit. So I don't know if I'm really feeling on the palette. I really like the shades in here. I don't know. I think that it's really pretty. As of right now, I still haven't done it. There is the different blushes, and I've been hearing really nice things about these blushes, but I have also recently purchased from Colourpop in collaboration with Kathleen Lights 2 of her new Zodiac blushes. I have I Need Space on today, and I also purchased Lunar Has It. So actually, when I saw this first promo photo, instead of my eyes going to the palette, which it does a lot, my eyes actually went to the blushes, which is very rare for me. That does not happen a lot. I'm not like a die-hard blush fan, but I'm like, you know, I just purchased 2 more of those. I probably don't need it. Everything else in the set, you know, it just kind of is like, I almost wish Colourpop would have just put out just like the monochromatic palettes, because all of this with like mascaras and the lip bundles and, you know, just the super shocks and I, you know, just all that other stuff, it just is so, it just feels like so much. I think I would feel less overwhelmed by Colourpop if they just were like, here's a new eyeshadow palette, ain't she pretty? Or like, here's an eyeshadow palette and here's one lip duo to go with it, you know, instead of being like all these different things. It's just a lot. I know that so many people are talking about makeup fatigue right now. That's like a big conversation that's happening, and you guys, like, I talk very freely about that in my Will I Buy It videos. So some weeks I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. Some weeks I'm like, I'm excited about this, and it just kind of goes back and forth and back and forth. And like I said, right now it's usually like eyeshadow palettes that are just, I just feel kind of fatigued by them, and so my focus kind of switches towards other products. Like right now is especially like complexion products, or I'm really getting into like hair products right now. My last few hauls that I've done there's been a hair item in there, because I'm like, you know what, I have a lot of makeup right now, or I have a lot of skincare, I'm gonna focus on hair care products and, you know, learning about the different products out there. So it just kind of like comes and goes for me. But regardless, I still enjoy makeup. I've been a little bit disappointed by some of the things that I've seen online of like, I've just, how do I want to say this? Because I've seen some people saying that like nobody's passionate about makeup anymore. Nobody really cares about their YouTube channels anymore. Nobody really cares about this. And I just don't believe that. There's so many people that still enjoy what they do. You know, I upload a video every single day because I enjoy what I'm doing and I enjoy talking about makeup. I'm passionate about what I'm talking about, but I'm also passionate to talk to you guys about it too. That's what's so fun for me, and there is so many other creators that are exactly the same way. So, you know, if you can't find people that you think are passionate or really love what they're doing, you probably just need to find someone else. You're probably watching the wrong people. It's the same when people are saying, you know, everyone in the beauty community sucks because they're all about drama. No, you need to watch new people then, because that is just not true. There's so many people out there that love this, that love what they're doing, and I mean, it just is the way it is. Everything kind of, to me, kind of goes through like I said, ups and downs and like ebbs and flows and all of that. And I think the best thing to do is to probably be honest about it. That's why I'm not embarrassed when I'm like, you know what, I have makeup fatigue. I can still talk about the new releases this week and chat about them, but I'm just not really interested right now in buying. And then there's weeks where I'm like, you know what, like I'm so excited about these things. Like, to me, sometimes I think fatigue is a good thing because it shows when you get really excited for the releases, if that makes any sense, because it's just impossible for every single week to be like, I want this, I need this, I want this, I need this, and just buy. That is not possible. You know, it's a reason too why I started this series. I don't even know, I think we're probably close to 200 episodes at this point. I started this several years ago, was because I just wanted to talk about the new releases, but I couldn't purchase all of them. I wasn't getting the PR, and I couldn't buy everything, but I still wanted to talk about it and see what other people think, because the reason why I really love this series, why I started a playlist, and why I love that other people add to the playlist and I watch their videos, is because it's fascinating to me to see what different people think about the same thing. I'm not someone who, I get judgmental over people who don't have the same thoughts as me, who don't want the same things as me, who don't want to look the same as me. I find that interesting. That's how I think like the world goes round. Like, we're all different. So it is fun for me, genuinely fun for me, to watch these types of videos, because me and 5 other people can be looking at the exact same eyeshadow palette and we have 5 different opinions. How fun is that? I think that's cool. So I think that's a neat thing, and that's why I started the community playlist. So I just think it's a fun thing. And like I was saying, I started this series to be able to chat about new makeup, but to also show the thought process that goes into buying something. You know, do I really want to spend my hard-earned money on this? Do I, you know, that sort of thing. That's why this series was started. So I don't know. I know I've been getting asked a lot of questions about the makeup fatigue, because so many people out there are saying that like the beauty community or like the beauty industry is just over, and you know why, like I've been getting asked, like getting messages of, am I going to continue this series because everyone's fed up with makeup releases? I don't think that's true at all. This series continues to be my most watched series on my channel. I don't just make it because of that. I make it because this is genuinely one of my favorite videos to film. I pretty much love all the videos that I film, but I get excited every week for this video. I like looking through the new products, and again, I like hearing what other people have to say. So one thing I really try to do just in life is to try to not say everyone or nobody, you know. And I catch myself, you guys have seen me, I catch myself all the time in videos because it's so easy to say like everybody wants this, nobody wants that. That's not true because we're just all very different. But I thought that I would throw that out there because I've just been getting asked so many questions and people have been really questioning if I'm going to continue this series. And as long as I still love it, as long as I still have fun doing it, I want to. So we're gonna keep the series going. I hope that you guys are excited for it. I saw something new from the Colourpop sister brand. Yeah, this is from Fourth Ray Beauty. So this is the like skincare brand under Colourpop's line. They're coming out with the Glisten Up Vitamin C Mist. It says to instantly enhance your skin with a hydrated glow. It has vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and a few other things to support a radiant complexion. It's going to be $12. Smells like sunshine in a bottle. I'm really impressed that someone knows what sunshine smells like. That's for like, did you get close to the sun? That's pretty impressive. I didn't know that you could do that. I'm just kidding, of course. So I don't feel like I need this right now. To me, when I first saw this, it kind of looked to me like the Soul Body, and which is another Colourpop sister brand. I thought it was like the Soul Body like spray again. I was like, wait, what is this? And it also kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ofra just came out with a spray like this too. It's their Rodeo Drive, part of their Rodeo Drive Versary. And I just got that sent over to me as well. So I don't think that I need this one right now, but another new release from Fourth Ray Beauty. Definitely got asked a bunch of what I thought about the new ABH Norvina collection is what it's called, the ABH Norvina collection. They're coming out with the Norvina Volume 1 eyeshadow palette with 25 shades, matte and shimmery finishes. Is going to be $60. There's also the Coral set for $35, which includes 4 liquid lipsticks. These will also be available individually. So these are available now on the ABH website, and they're also supposed to be coming into Sephora and Ulta. So I believe there's going to be a lot of different releases under this ABH Norvina collection. So focusing, I don't like the Anastasia liquid lipsticks, and that's what's releasing in here. I don't like the formula. I've tried a lot of them. I've decluttered all of them. I don't like it, so I'm not interested in these liquid lipsticks. For the eyeshadow palette, I had a couple different thoughts on this one, and I know I've seen some people say this as well, of like, it seems like it was so fast on the heels of Jackie Aina's palette, because I feel like it was maybe just 2 weeks ago that I was talking about Jackie Aina's collaboration with Anastasia, and then like all of a sudden this is in. Like, I feel like, and I'm sure Jackie did great, I'm sure the palette did great and all of that, and I'm sure Anastasia did great. I'm sure it was a fabulous release, but it just feels really fast on the heels of a pretty big collaboration. I felt like that collab was a pretty big deal, and then it was all of a sudden just like boom, and now we got this coming out. And again, I totally understand the thoughts of people saying like, you know, the industry does feel saturated, and I think it definitely feels that way if you are a lover of the beauty community online and watching YouTube videos. Because when I talk to my friends about this, they have no idea what's going on. Like, you know, my friends who don't watch YouTube videos, and, you know, certain times I'll ask them like, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And they're typically like, what are you even talking about? Like, when I run out of something, I go to Ulta and I buy it, and that's it. Like, to them, they don't feel like the beauty industry is saturated because they just don't keep up with it in that sort of way. So sometimes it's hard too when you do watch videos or you make videos. You can definitely start to think one mindset where there's a whole other industry out there that does not care about what the internet thinks about makeup, does not know who some of these collaborators are collabing with brands, and you know, so it can get kind of hard when you fall into that mindset too, which I totally have myself. I mean, obviously I watch videos all day long, I create videos all day long, so I get it. But, you know, there's a lot of people that are like, I don't see how the industry is oversaturated. They, you know, it just is what it is. So there's obviously going to be a lot of products in this collection. I'll be curious to see what they're all coming out with. When I first saw the Norvina palette, I feel like my eyes kind of instantly went, ooh, and I don't have that about eyeshadow palettes a lot. So when I have that reaction, that tells me I should look more into it. I should look at the price. I should really look at the shades. I should look at the swatches. You know, I should watch reviews and see what I think. If I look at something and I'm like, I just try to move on from it because, of course, obviously there's so many new makeup releases. I shouldn't have to talk myself into wanting makeup. I want to do that double take and then be like, okay, should I get this? Do I really want this in my collection, and so forth? So I had that initial reaction of like, ooh. And so I looked closer at it, it is a pretty large palette, you know, with the 25 shades. I'm not super into really big palettes. I say this almost every week because big palettes, obviously a lot of people are, and they still come out. Just for me, what I found with my preferences as of recently, I do like a little bit smaller palettes. Also $60, which is pretty expensive for an eyeshadow palette. It's not the most. It's not the most expensive, of course, but it is kind of higher priced. I like that you get that big mirror in there. I think the shade names are interesting, how it's like A1 and A2 versus like, you know, sometimes trying to pronounce shade names is just like miserable, especially again when you're on the internet and people get mad when you can't pronounce things correctly, because if you're on the internet you have to know how to pronounce everything, especially in every other language too. That can get kind of tough. But I feel like I'm just a little bit hesitant about it, just with a lot of the different shades. It's a little bit higher priced. Obviously there's a lot coming out with this collection. Like, I would be really mad if this came out and I bought it and then the next AVH Norvina came out and I liked it even more and I was like, oh no, I just dropped $60 on that. So I like the purples in here, but I think that I'm still gonna try to hold strong on this one and say no to it. But I could also see myself getting talked into it, but like with a discount. I'm sure it's probably gonna be at Sephora after the 20% sale is over, which is the 27th, so it would have ended yesterday when this video goes up. So I bet like you wouldn't be able to use a discount on it, but I don't know. Are you guys getting that one? It does look super beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna try to stand firm and say no to that one. But it did give me a double take. Okay, we definitely have a lot of new eyeshadow palettes this week. So Dominique Cosmetics, I'm glad that this popped up because I saw like a sneak peek of it, but we didn't have the full palette yet, just as of this morning. And now when I sit down, I see that it has been revealed. So Dominique Cosmetics was started by Kristen Dominique, who is a YouTuber. I really am a big fan of her eyeshadow palettes. She's coming out with the Celestial Storm. It has 12 shades, matte and shimmer finishes, will be available September 4th, and you can also find Dominique Cosmetics at Sephora. Okay, so this is another one that when I first saw it and I first saw like Kristen Dominique wearing this palette, my mind again immediately kind of went like, ooh, that's fun. And so I did that. Okay, like let's look a little bit closer at it. Let's see what we think. Like I said, I do like Kristen Dominique palettes. I've been thinking about getting Rustic Glam for a while, but I was actually in store at Sephora not too long ago, and I was really looking like up close at the palette and I was doing some swatches, and I didn't feel a pull once I saw it in store and was like really looking at it. I kind of backed away from it because I just felt like maybe some of the shades, like it wasn't gonna all be for me. It was a little bit darker than like I kind of prefer. And so I'm trying to remember that when I look at this one, because this is a pretty like, you know, it just has like some of those darker shades in there, which are beautiful. I think the palette looks beautiful. I'm just trying to think for myself, am I going to get a lot of use out of this palette? So I can definitely still like a palette or a makeup release and think that it's pretty, but understand that it's not for me, and that's okay because we're all different. But it's like I don't know if I want to like this palette more than I actually like this palette, because I do think that it's super beautiful. I like the shade selections that she came up with. I'm just trying to decide if I would get enough uses out of this, because I think her palettes are like in the $40 range, I want to say. Maybe like $44 or something like that. I don't know, I feel like this is one that I'm kind of like on the fence about here too. I just don't know. What do you guys think about this one? I haven't seen a lot of buzz about this yet because the release photo like just came through, but you'll have to let us know what you think, because I do think that it's really very beautiful. Okay, so another palette that I saw getting released, this is from Pat McGrath. So Pat McGrath is going to release the Midnight Sun eyeshadow palette. This has 10 shades, Magical Bronzes, Wicked Violets, Mystical Crimson, and Goddess Golds with multi-dimensional effects for $125. I knew it was going to be pricey, but for some reason I forgot that they're $125. Dang. Will be available September 6th online at Pat McGrath, and you can typically find Pat McGrath at Sephora as well. So packaging looks super cool on this one. The swatches, they do look very beautiful. I just kind of know right away I just can't do $125 for an eyeshadow palette. I just can't. I know so many people love these palettes and love the shades inside, but just for me right now and for a while, I just haven't been able to do that for myself. I do have a Pat McGrath palette, a smaller palette. I think it has, is it 8 shades? It's red, like the outer packaging is red, and there's like a tie on it. You like open it up, like it's very like fancy like that. It was gifted to me, and I like the shadows in there, but it wasn't anything that completely knocked my socks off. So maybe if I had that palette and I was like, these are so different and mind-blowing and amazing, like then maybe I might consider it. But that's just, you know, I enjoy high-end and I enjoy luxury, but I'm still not that. I'm just not there yet. I know a lot of people are, and they love the Pat McGrath palette, and the shades in here look cool, and there's a lot of those neutral browns that I enjoy, and then we got a cool orange, and there's also a nice purple. I like the shade selection. I like it. I was just saying that I felt like the Norvina palette was expensive at $60 for 25 shades, okay? So, you know, that's just like where my mind goes to. Oh, man. If only money grew on trees. Do you guys have Bitmoji? Like, do you watch the Bitmoji stories? Because one popped up, it was just yesterday, and basically like my little Bitmoji had a money tree, and I just remember thinking like, ha, wouldn't that be nice? That self-replenishing bank account, or what was it, the self-refreshing bank account that we were talking about last week with the Shiseido. If only that was a thing. If only that was a thing. All right, another eyeshadow palette. This one is from Lime Crime Makeup. This is the Venus Immortal. Wait, am I saying that right? No, Venus Immortalis. Venus Immortalis palette. Okay. Again, by Lime Crime includes 8 shades, matte and shimmery finishes with one sheer with a sparkle is $38, and the packaging glows in the dark. Well, I mean, how do you do? I used to have a sports bra that glowed in the dark, and I felt like I was pretty cool with that. That was like a party trick. Like, you know, like at parties, I'd be like, wait, turn the lights off, and then I like go, oh, look, I am wearing a sports bra, conveniently enough, and this here would like glow with that like neonness. Oh. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, so this is going to be available September 9th. Like I said, it's $38. When I first got tagged in it, I wasn't quite sure who the brand was. You know, I kind of glanced at it. Oh, that's what I was going to say with ABH too. I actually thought the ABH Norvina palette was Natasha Denona. When I first saw it, I was like, that's a Natasha Denona palette, and that's a big old Natasha palette. Thought I'd mention that too. When I first saw this, I wasn't quite sure who the brand was going to be, but it is Lime Crime. I like the more cool tones in here and like some of these muted shades. That blue looks really pretty, ash, moth. I actually like a lot of the shades in here. When I looked at this palette, I was pretty interested in it. I haven't tried anything from Lime Crime. I know they had a drama a very long time ago, and it just kind of like pushed me back. These days, I just don't really feel like I hear a whole lot about them. And I know that they still have some of their Venus palettes, and I've chatted about them, I've kind of looked at them, but nothing really caught my attention. But again, I don't know what it is and why I feel like eyeshadow palettes this week are calling to me. I'm still trying to stand firm on them though. But I felt like I liked the color selection in here a lot. I felt like it was just maybe a little bit different from a lot of other things that I have. I like that it was smaller. You only have the 8 shades in there. And again, I liked this kind of like cool toned mutedness to it. I thought that it was pretty. It is $38, which I do think, again, is kind of pricey for the 8 shades. I don't know. I feel like this week eyeshadow palettes are causing me to do the double take, but I'm still like, I'm really trying to stand firm on not purchasing as many eyeshadow palettes. I'm just really trying so hard. But I thought that was pretty. So definitely, even though I haven't, you know, tried anything from the brand before, I definitely can say if I think something looks interesting or if it calls my attention, and I feel like that one did. So what are you thinking about that one from Lime Crime? So BH Cosmetics is coming out with the Take Me to Ibizia palette. So they also have the Take Me to Brazil. This is now Take Me to Ibizia. And this is, it says, the bold glamour of island nightlife with the new Ibizia palette, includes 35 shades. It's going to be $20, so I think that's a great price. And then at the bottom you have what looks like a bronzer and a highlight, like 2 highlights maybe. I can't quite tell what's all down there. But you have like 3, you know, face shades. You could probably use them in your eyes too. But this one, very colorful palette, lots of fun shades in here. I like they have some base ones too. I love the price tag at $20 for the 35 shades. Like, that's a great price and everything. I don't love the BH formula, and again, I don't love these bigger palettes. I tend to kind of pass over them, just like what I was saying with the Norvina one. But definitely very pretty. It's just not one that really interests me. So we do have some more holiday releases. I got some tags on some more from Too Faced, because apparently their holiday collection is launching September 22nd. just too soon for me. But I got asked quite a bit what I thought of the Hot Buttered Rum eyeshadow palette. I do think that that one's cute. I like the shade selection in there too. That one is definitely more me, like what I have more in my collection. So I don't think I would necessarily need it, especially because it's going to be limited edition for the holidays. Sometimes that formula can be a little bit different, and that's just like not with Too Faced, but a lot of different brands. It seems like their holiday releases can be a little bit different from their regular releases. But I liked Hot Buttered Rum. I looked at it for a second. There's like that nice pretty bronzy in there. There's like almost like this yellow orange. Like it looks very like fall winter to me, which is great. And I like the outer packaging. I think that it's cute, and I think that it's cute, and I like that, but I just don't feel like I need it, and I'm just not excited for holiday releases yet. Like I just want to hold on for a little bit longer. Stop trying to make me do this, man. Besame Cosmetics is coming out with a new Sleeping Beauty collection, so another collab with Disney. Besame Cosmetics seems to really kind of like nail that like vintage vibe with a lot of their releases. It's very like old school Disney, if you will. But there's going to be a translucent powder for $18, a rose blush palette for $35. There's a Locket Cream Rouge for $18. There's some different lipsticks, and also an eyeshadow palette for $68, or you can buy it with the base for $78. And they're going to be available at the D23 Expo August 23rd through 25th, and then coming to the website. So usually they launch it during this expo also. Besame Cosmetics is a brand that intrigues me, and I feel like I tend to like their packaging and like the concepts behind everything, but the actual products or like the shade selections or something, like I tend to always kind of hold myself back from getting them. So even though I like the concepts, I like the vintage feels to them, I just don't really think that I need it. Like the powder, I don't feel like I would need. The face palette does look pretty, or it's a blush palette, but I just don't think I would use all the blushes in there. And then the eyeshadow palette, I do like it, but the shades inside, I'm just kind of like, okay, like, But so I like it. I think that it's cute. I just don't know how much I would actually reach for it. So I'm going to pass over that also. Huda Beauty is coming out with some new releases also. So she has the dual-ended eyeliner. One side is a black eye pencil, and then the other side is liquid liner. I don't think that I need it. I have some new liquid liners right now, some that I really prefer. And I don't always love the dual-ended, because I had one, I think it was from Tarte several years ago, and it's like one side always runs out before the other side, and then that just kind of like frustrates me. I don't know. So there's that, but she's coming out with more, so like let's get ready here. This pencil is going to be available September 12th, and it's going to be $25. But wait, there's more. A makeup remover balm. So this balm gently removes makeup and leaves your skin feeling soft and conditioned. And then also a new lash style in Hoodie. So I'm not super interested in the Huda lashes as much anymore. I used to purchase especially the Samantha lash a lot, and I've kind of backed off from them. These ones don't look like a pair that I need to run out and grab, and they're usually about $20 or $25. The makeup remover balm sounds interesting, but I don't think that I need it. I really love my Drunk Elephant cleansing balm. I've been using that one for quite a bit, and I just got a new one from Bliss that I'm excited to try out, so I don't think that I need it right now. But again, I feel like Huda Beauty is another one that's just coming out with a lot. I got just a few tags on this one from Guerlain, and I feel like the people who really love high-end and luxury might be super excited about this, but I was like, whoa! When I hear Guerlain, I just think like I have the cash register going off in my mind, but they are coming out with their first face mist. This is the, I'm going to say that wrong, the Peru Gold Mist. It says available now as an exclusive preview for Sephora VIB and Rouge members. It's a weightless setting and hydrating spray, and it's going to be $46. So I'm not like super loyal to Guerlain. I haven't tried a lot of their products, and $46 is pretty expensive for a mist. I usually think that like in the 20s, I'm like, oh, you know, we're starting to get a little high up there. So $46 for a setting spray. It's gonna have to do some like really magical things to my skin in order for me to get behind it, but I feel like, you know, I can probably see a few people on here. I'm looking at like you, Michelle Wong. I feel like I could see you reviewing this one and letting us know what you think about it, but that one might just be a little bit too pricey for me. Just a few items that I've touched on in the past, but they have released now. The Fenty Beauty brow pencils are out. This is the Brow MVP. MVP, yeah, Brow MVP. They have 14 different shades, which I think is really fantastic. These are going to be $20 each, and they are available now. I actually did get sent 3 of them over to me from Fenty, which I was so excited about. They did send me their foundation, but that was like, I thought that was just like a one-time thing. So when I opened the package and I saw a Fenty box in there too, I was like, are we friends now? Are we friends? Am I friends? I'm friends with Rihanna? I wasn't sure. I thought that we were close personal friends and I was gonna have like a note in there from Rihanna with like her personal phone number on it. There wasn't. It was just like a flyer about the brow pencils. But that's fine. Maybe for another time. But I did say that I was interested in picking these up. So I'm really excited to try these out. I'll definitely be trying them out in Friday's trying a new makeup video if you want to see what I think. But they are available now for $20. And then the other item that I said I was excited for and I was going to grab once it came out as an individual, this is the Benefit Cookie Highlight. So sneak peek, I did purchase it from Sephora because I got 20% off. $30 for a highlight, that is very expensive. I pay more than that, but I still like to be able to get it with a discount, especially with highlights. It's so hard to go through a highlight, and I have quite a few. But the Benefit Cookie Highlight and also Tickle, those are now available individually. Like I said, they're $30, so they are expensive, but I did go ahead and purchase Cookie because this one has just been getting so hyped up, so I'm excited to try it out. Also, a foundation that I did touch on in the past and said that I was interested in from Charlotte Tilbury, the new Airbrush Flawless Foundation. So it is available now on the Charlotte Tilbury website. I am waiting for it to get into Sephora, which is going to be the 29th, and then I would like to purchase it. The reason why I didn't immediately go out and purchase from the Charlotte Tilbury website was because it really didn't matter. Even if I got it really quick, I was still trying to review the other 4 foundations for my ranking new foundations video that went up. I ranked the Urban Decay against the Fenty, against the Dose of Colors, against the Anastasia. So it was like, even if I had it in my possession sooner, I still wasn't going to be able to play with it until I was able to get that video out. So now I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to wait till it gets into Sephora so I can get my points and all of that, and my rewards and whatnot. And so I will be grabbing that one, but it is available now. So I touched on in the past, I said that I did want to pick it up, and I've gotten a lot of people asking, am I going to get that one? And yes, once it comes into Sephora, I will go ahead and grab it. We have some new lipstick releases from Natasha Denona. This is the I Need a Nude collection. I feel like the name speaks to me because I need a nude lipstick. Like, yeah, I do. Do I even have any? No. So I need one. Obviously, just kidding. I have a lot of nude lipsticks, but I always get excited when I see a new lipstick collection. Really doesn't even matter who it is, what's going on. I'm like, oh, new lipsticks, yay! Like, I just immediately get excited. It says, deeply hydrating for comfortable and luxurious texture. Inspiration for the names and colors comes from the diverse and significant group of women who are working with Natasha around the globe to make her vision come to life. So there's 18 shades in 4 distinct undertones. They are going to be $25 each. So they have kind of beige, neutral pink, and pink is kind of the breakdown here. Will be available August 26th at Natasha Denona, Sephora, and Beautylish. I'm trying to decide about these because I do feel like I see some shades in there that I would like to try out. I do see some shades in here. Charlotte, even Natasha, Judith, Michelle. I might, I have so many lipsticks and I have so many lipsticks that I'm trying, but again, like I said, I just get excited when I see new lipsticks and I just want to try them. I might grab these. $25, kind of expensive, but it's like, if I'm going to be placing a Sephora order for one foundation, maybe I should also throw in a lipstick. Maybe if my Ebates, this is what I should tell myself, like as long as like my Ebates is at like double cash back or something, I could get a lipstick. You know, something along those lines, maybe a little something a little sneaky like that. I don't know, we'll see, but like I said, I just get interested in nude lipstick collections. So Urban Decay also has a new release. This is the Ultimate Brush Off Translucent Loose Setting Powder. A finely milled powder to set makeup, absorbs oil and shine for a total blurred out effect. It's going to be $36 and available September 1st. Comes in fair, medium, dark, deep, and universal. I like it. I think the packaging looks interesting. I like, you know, hearing the different claims about it, but I feel like I just have a lot of powders right now, and powders usually aren't something that I run out and purchase right away. Like I see a new powder releasing, I'm like, I have to get it Normally I don't do that, and I do have a lot of powders that I like. I've been seeing you guys really request for me to rank my setting powders, so I do want to do that also. I did also just get this one from By Terry, which has been sitting next to me. This I used in last Friday's trying new makeup video. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. FedEx just pulled up. Come here, sir. Is that my Sephora box? Oh, you're going to the neighbor's house? This is worse than the DirecTV phone call when I thought I was going to be discovered. We're almost done. I feel like this is a long one this week. Jouer Cosmetics, it just got announced they're coming out with the Metamorphosis collection. There's a face and eye palette for $34 with 6 eyeshadows, also a blush, highlighter, and eyeshadow brush. There's 2 new Essential Lip Enhancer Shine Balms for $18, or you can get the bundle for $70. Will be available September 10th. And it says 15% of the net proceeds will be donated to the non-profit Chrysalis organization. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. The palette looks pretty, but I don't feel drawn to it. Like, you know, I was talking about some of the other palettes and then my eyes kind of immediately went like, ooh, and like, what's that? I didn't feel that kind of pull to this palette. I like the outer packaging of it. I like that we get some face shades inside, but I don't know, there's this like that little brush in there that I don't feel like it's really necessary to include. Like, it's not necessary for me to include in the palette, but I just didn't get super pumped about it. And then the lip balms, I ended up passing over them. I had some in my Sephora like loves list, and I didn't grab them like during the sale or any of those other times. So I think I just have some lip balms that I really do love, and I haven't heard a lot about them or like anyone really talking me into it. I feel like a lot of people love the Molten highlight from Jouer, and now that one's, I'm interested in that one too because I've been hearing so many good things about it. But I'm going to pass over that collection. And then I did want to end it talking about a collaboration that I'm so excited about. This is with one of my friends, Angelica Nyqvist. She is doing a collaboration with Dafina Cosmetics, which I'm so excited to see. So she is coming out. She put together a single shadow bundle. This is called Moonwell. It's going to be available August 29th at 9 a.m. PST. It's going to be $48 with her code, which I will also put in my description box, and her video, of course. And she said only her code is going to work on the collection, and you get the eyeshadows and the holographic magnetic palette to put them in. So there's 12 different shades in here. And first of all, congratulations to her. I think this is a very exciting collaboration. I actually first heard about Dafina Cosmetics because of Angelica, so I think that is a really cool thing. I now do have some of the single shadows in my collection, and that's really cool to see a collaboration like that. I know Angelica really loves this brand, and I feel like the shades that she put together, like if I didn't see multiple greens in this palette, I would have been kind of confused. Does that make any sense? Like when I saw this, I was like, this to me looks like shades that Angelica would put together. So I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited for her collaboration. So I will link her video below where she goes over all of the different shades. You know, she has in there, you know, why she named it Moonwell, which I thought was a really funny reasoning too. She swatches all of them. She kind of talks about why she decided which shades to be put on there. So I will link her video down below. And again, a big congratulations to her if you love the single shadows. Davina does have a great formula. Like I said, I've tried a lot of the Davina shadows. They do really have a fantastic eyeshadow formula. Again, you get the magnetic palette in here and the 12 different shades. I think she did such a good job coming up with this collaboration, and a big congratulations to her. Did I say collaboration or congratulations? She did a great job on the collaboration, and congratulations to her. I have been filming for a long time. So woo, that is everything for this week, but please make sure to check out her video and send her some congratulations. I get so excited when I see really awesome people getting to do collaborations. It just makes me super happy. So big congratulations to her there. But after that, that is going to wrap it up for this week's Will I Buy It video. I know that this was a long one. I'm gonna need to go get me some water or an Airhead or something to help with my voice here. But let me know what you thought of all the new makeup releases this week. I'd love to know what has your attention, maybe some of your thoughts on what you're thinking. I know I feel like I got kind of long in this video because I kind of touched on a few things, but you know, I've been getting asked so many questions about the beauty industry and oversaturation, celeb brands, influencer brands, how I'm feeling, am I going to continue this series? And so I thought, what better video to put some of that topic in then the will I buy it video instead of just making an entire separate video. If you still want to see a full like dedicated like get ready with me with some of these, you know, thoughts and chats that I have, please do let me know in the comments and I can always put that on my list. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.